this nice open road, we're going to make another left lane change. We check rear view mirror, signal, mirror and blind spot, and then we ease over into our spot. And once we're settled in our lane, we turn our turn signal off. Hey guys, it's Jacqueline. And for the next few minutes, we're going to work on making lane changes on a busy two-way street. So what we want to think about when we're on a busy two-way street is being aware of the flow of traffic in two lanes. So when I make my right turn onto this busy two-lane street, I'm going to make my right turn into the right lane. We always make our turns into the closest lane available. But what if I'm in the right lane and I want to make a left turn? Then I have to set myself up for a lane change. And when I'm making a lane change, I have to make sure that it's clear in the left lane. So I'm using my rear view mirror to track the car in the left lane behind me. I'm waiting for this car to pass me. And now I'm going to make a left lane change. I signal, check my mirror and my blind spot, and I ease over comfortably into that left lane. The most important thing about making a lane change is making sure that there's enough room between you and the car ahead. So I'm going to check the rear view mirror, put on my signal, check mirror and blind spot, and then again, I make another easy left lane change when there's plenty of room. You might find yourself in a situation one day where you want to make a left lane change and the left lane is filled with cars, and that feels a little bit more complicated. The best thing to do is wait until it's wide open and you don't have to compete with anyone for space. But what if you want to make the next left turn you can, and you just absolutely have to get over? In that case, you can put on your left turn signal, and you can wait until you see a nice person in the lane to the left that gives you a little bit of space. And we're going to see if we can find a situation where there might be some other cars in the left lane, and we're going to have to wait until it's a safe space for us to go. So I want to make a left lane change so that I can make a left turn, but I have 3 cars coming up on the left. I can put on my left turn signal telling them, hey, I want to come over. But I'm not going to make my lane change until I'm sure that they're giving me room. And I could tell that the white car in the left lane was holding back and was giving me room to make my lane change. So I wanted to accept that space and also say thank you. So in that example, we got to see how there could be cars in the lane that you want to change into. And by signaling your intention to make your lane change, cars might give you space and let you come in. I say they might because it's not something that you can be sure of. You're never going to make a lane change unless you're absolutely sure that the car has given you enough room, and you can kind of tell by looking in your mirror that they're holding back and they're not going to close your distance. In this nice open road, we're going to make another left lane change. We check rear view mirror, signal, mirror and blind spot, and then we ease over into our spot. And once we're settled in our lane, we turn our turn signal off. There are some additional rules about lane changes that I want to review really quickly. We can only make lane changes over a dotted white line. So up ahead, we see dotted white line. I can safely make a right lane change as long as it's clear and everything's good. I would not make a lane change over a solid white line. So for example, if I was deciding that I wanted to turn left, it would be too late for me to work my way into the left turn lane. because the left turn lane is protected by a solid white line. Similarly, leading up to some intersections, there might be a solid white line, which is a reminder that we're not allowed to change lanes in an intersection. And in some places, we're not allowed to change lanes right before an intersection. Whenever there's a solid white line, you can be sure it's there because the traffic engineers have studied the area and it is not safe for you to make a lane change in that spot. I see this white car coming up on the left, and after they pass, I'm going to make a left lane change. I put my signal on early just to let the world know my plans, and then I gently ease over once the car has passed and they're far enough ahead that when I make my lane change, I still have 2 or 3 car lengths between me and the car ahead. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to get into the left turn lane because there was that solid white line, and I'm never supposed to cross a solid white line. And when I'm thinking about when it's safe to make a lane change, I also consider the intersections, and I would never make a lane change over an intersection. I have to wait until I clear it. Thanks for checking in today to do this work, reminding ourselves when it's safe to make a lane change. And as long as you follow these rules, making sure that you can see both headlights of the car you want to change lanes in front of in your rear view mirror, always using your turn signal to indicate, always checking your side mirror and your blind spot, never change lanes in an intersection. Be on the lookout for solid white lines, which mean don't make a lane change. You're only allowed to make a lane change over dotted lines. Have a great rest of your day. Keep practicing your lane changes. And if this video was helpful, be sure to click like and subscribe, and leave us a comment if there's any topic that you want more information about. We'll make a video for you, and we'll try to solve all your driving questions. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.